Let's now bring in Frankie Corrado. Frankie, the Core 4 era is officially over. Marner is a Vegas Golden Knight. How do you like the deal?
Well, listen, at least the Toronto Maple Leafs got something out of this. Mitch Marner could have walked and he could have gone to Vegas and Toronto wouldn't have got anything out of it. And that would have left everyone even a little more sour considering Mitch Marner declined to go to the Carolina Hurricanes at the trade deadline. So now Toronto gets something in return, and Nicholas Waugh is a very serviceable player, a third-line player, a centerman who's a big body, who probably fits the mold and the description of what Brad Treliving and Craig Berube would want. But the Mitch Marner era is now over in Toronto, and they will have to find ways to create the same kind of offense in the regular season that they did with Mitch Marner, now without Mitch Marner. As things move on, we will see how the team will shape up. It's going to look different. Brad Treliving talked about changing the DNA. This is a huge part of that. Whether it was going to happen naturally or you had to move on from him, the DNA is changing in Toronto, and now they will have to find a way to continue to stay competitive.
One of the replacements the Leafs had been targeting was Brad Marchand. He's now re-signed in Florida. So with Marner out and no big-name player replacing him at the present moment, has the gap grown significantly between the Leafs and contenders like Florida and Vegas?
I would say between the Leafs and contenders like Florida, not necessarily like Vegas. Florida is the benchmark right now in the NHL, and they're bringing the band back together, and that's very significant because year after year, when these teams have success, whether it's been Pittsburgh or Chicago or Los Angeles, guys fall off. That's not going to be the case for the Florida Panthers now. They're bringing everyone back. And listen, Toronto didn't have playoff success with Mitch Marner. Don't get me wrong about that. But they'll have to find ways now, in other ways, with different personnel, to bring the gap closer to a team like the Florida Panthers. So they'll have work to do. The Florida Panthers, we know exactly who they are. They have furthered themselves along. And for Marner now going to Vegas, that's a team that's in win-now mode. You can talk about there not being the pressure of playing in a market like Toronto. Well, guess what? That's a cutthroat organization. There's going to be plenty of pressure internally from that management group now for the Vegas Golden Knights to win Stanley Cups. And Mitch Marner is going to have to perform in big games for that to happen.
Frankie, keep your phone close to you. I feel like we're just getting started. Free agency officially opens Tuesday at noon Eastern.